Retired founder, A1 Automotive Connection. Ed Lam is an entrepreneur and a business leader. He started A1 Automotive Connection in 1999 and grew it to become one of the most referred car maintenance and repair companies in the Durham region in Ontario, Canada. This is attributed to Lam's extremely high level of customer service and hassle-free business model. In 2017, he began moving into semi-retirement, keeping the business channel where he mediates conflicts with garages and dealerships, manages automobile collision insurance claims, and advises clients prior to purchasing a vehicle or just prior to car warranty expiration dates. In 2020, Edward Lam began another adventure. An avid traveler, he purchased property in Panama, which he's in the process of renovating. Once complete, he'll be inviting family and friends for an amazing holiday experience, complete with accommodation and hosted activities. Join me now as we hear a little bit more about this venture from Ed live in Panama.
Thank you so much for joining us, Ed, at Global Property Connections, GPCTV. I was so excited when you said yes, because we talked about this journey that you're currently in, maybe about 2 years ago now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. And I'm excited then. We are speaking to Ed live from Panama, in his living room of his new beautiful property in Panama. So Ed, please, for our viewers, I would love to get just a sense of why Panama. How did you decide or reach Panama?
Well, it is not a very long story. I had an opportunity to join my family in Costa Rica, where we have a manufacturing company over there, and I had an option to be close to the family and have a terrible relationship, or be away from the family and have an excellent relationship. So I have my niece's in-law who are in Panama, and I was invited by my niece's husband to let's go visit my mom and dad in Panama. So 2019, I decided to make that trip. And obviously, it didn't take very long for me to make a decision whether if I wanted to be in Panama or Costa Rica. I look at the market value and real estate and all of that, and it was easy to see that the weather is great, the atmosphere is good, and the people are great. So I decided to make a purchase out here of my first property with potential to have more than one. But at the moment, I decided to make that purchase in 2019.
Okay, so that response has triggered another question for me. Where were you at in your life?
Well, I was in the verge of retirement plan, and I had to figure out, what do I want to do? And many people go into Florida and go into other places in the world. But I said, you know what? I have many years in Canada where I want to get away from the cold weather. So I want to have another choice. So I decided that for me, this choice is going to be in Panama or Costa Rica. So I choose Panama, and that's where I can have my winter time. I can get away into Panama, and I have another place in Lake Scugog that I can come there in the summer months and enjoy all my friends and enjoy Canada still while I'm in retirement.
Nice, nice. You're living the dream, as they say. And it's fascinating because there are a few things that you pulled out there that I see very common when I'm helping other clients with their decision making. And is there somebody on the ground, meaning the destination that they're hoping to invest in, there's somebody that they know that helps them with the ropes, or they've been there a few times, so they're familiar with the culture, they're familiar with the lay of the land. So you validated that was something that was helpful in the process. The second was value. it was very important that that there was value in what you were purchasing, and it met with what your needs were right now where you're at. So that's pretty amazing. That's amazing. So you've checked off those typical boxes. And yes. I love the fact that you have a place in Scugog and you have a place in Panama. And it's like I say to people, you create the bases and you just develop the bridge going back and forth, and how you maintain that. It's possible. You're living it at the moment.
Absolutely.
Okay. So now comes the logistics part, which a lot of people, we, and I say this tongue in cheek because I've even done it, where, oh yes, I want to do this, I want to live this, etc. However, there's a process to it, and it might take time, and it might take effort, and it might take money. Actually, it takes all three. How did you find this process for you, and how long did it take you from when you made the decision to actually sitting where you are right now in the house?
Well, it didn't take very long because I had people on the ground here that went through the process. And luckily for me, I was at an age of retirement. And I found out that I was told that there's several ways that you can do it. And one of them is you got to be the age of retirement. And there are relationship between the Canadian government and the Panamanian government that, number one, you can be here with just a Canadian passport for 6 months. And then you have to leave again for 3 days and then come back on the 4th day, and you can stay for another 6 months. For me, it was a no-brainer because it wasn't very expensive to do this process, because I'm in retirement and I didn't have a problem to spend 6 months here and then move on to another 6 months in Canada. So I had some advice from my family out here and friends, and I made that purchase. And it was very simple because I check out the groundwork. I look at all the amenities around and where I would like to go visit and where I wouldn't like to go visit. And then I realized how many of my friends would like to join me here. So I would also be one of those main contacts for them, to when they come on a vacation, they can see if they like the area, and then I can advise them how to make another purchase and connect them with the people to make that purchase reality. In the meantime, you can go and see and come as many times as you want until you decided to make that choice to, okay, I'll invest in Panama.
Okay, so with that, as we come to, this is the last question pretty much, where would you, or what would you say was some of the surprises that how could a person better prepare for this process?
Well, number one, you got to figure out what do you want to do from the time you get go from Canada. Do I want to invest in Canada, or a choice of having a place in Panama better than having a place in Lake Scugog? And where do you want to go as you see yourself and you get older? I wanted to have choices, and multiple choices is always good. And the process wasn't very hard. It was simple because, like I said, I had people to help me. So yes, it was very simple.
So okay, I know I said that was the last question, but you triggered another one in me. And if I'm curious, I always say if somebody's asking one question, it's typical that there are other people that have a similar question.
Right.
You transform this property. You've transformed this property. I remember you sending me pictures, and actually we were talking on video chats when you were in the process. How long has that taken? So you purchased it in 2019. Yes. Near the end of that, and then you started your renovations and everything during a pandemic year, of course. How exciting is that?
Repairs, yes.
Yes, and now you're in there because you're on site and able to actually supervise everything. But what was that process like? Because you've done almost a full renovation to some degree, because you've gutted the kitchen, you did the walls. What was that process like?
The process is you got to be able to know people and to get connected with people that are going to do the work for you. Because in my business, I always believe in sell your strength and buy your weaknesses. I am not very good at doing concrete work and brick and all these things. So I came here and I got a good team of people who are able to do all of this for me. And the process is to make sure that you are there and you know what you wanted and execute that plan accordingly. So yes, I have air conditioned the place. I have painted the place inside, outside. I have put surveillance system up. I'm trying to make outside amenities for people that when they are here, they can sit back, relax, and enjoy themselves with all the amenities that I'm having on the premises to sit back, relax, and have a good time. And also have plans if you want to go out for a day at the beach, you want to go a day sightseeing, you want to go for shopping, all of that is close by because Panama is like a great place, a great city for you to come and explore. But there's many other places that you can go and travel. And that would also help you to make a decision if you're thinking about buying a property out here. You travel and see where's the best place you wanted to invest your money. And you can say, yeah, Panama is a place that I want it to be. Or no, I may want to go to, Santiago, Agua Dulce, Panama City. All of those places are places that you can explore. And then you make an educated decision based on what you see.
Yeah, 100%. I so encourage that to my clients to go and see the lay of the land. If you can rent a space, rent a place a couple of times for a period of time, just to get comfortable and familiar. Okay, seriously, yes. All my questions coming through. How long is it to Panama from Canada, and are there direct flights?
Yes, there are direct flight from Panama to Canada and Canada to Panama. You have Copa Air, you had Air Transat, Sunwing, and all those carriers comes here to Panama. But unfortunately, the smaller airport, which is about 20 minutes away from Panama, that is closed due to the pandemic. So there are Panama City that is open. And you can fly into Panama City, but it's about 2.5, 3 hours drive to where I'm at. But if you are coming and there's no pandemic, you can be 20 minutes away right in Playa Blanca. You can come from there to my place in 20 minutes.
Nice. And how far is how long is the flight?
It's 5.5 hours, depending on what if you have to stop and all of that. Direct flight is about 5.5 hours.
Okay, which is very standard for that whole area, etc., the Caribbean islands as well. But this is wonderful. Ed, thank you so much for sharing with us a little bit about your journey and your adventure thus far. I know that it's only the beginning, and I know once things lift that there's a lot more to come, and I know you have other plans to add on and everything else, which is exciting. And we can't wait maybe in the future date to talk more about that, because I think
in the meantime, I'm also putting drivers in place and cook in place and people to take you around. All of those things is in the plan to and have my friends enjoy themselves when they come here.
Excellent. Ed, thank you again. We really appreciate your time and your sharing today. And for our viewers, if there's something you're curious about, then please send us an email or put a question in the comment section. You can send us the email to patrice@globalpropertyconnections.com. Or if you like this, press like. If you want to listen for more, please subscribe, and we'd be happy to find out more information just for you. Thank you again, Ed. Have a great rest of the day.
Have a good one. Cheers.